Hi all, this is Vidhi here. Hope you all are doing good. So we will continue the same supply chapter and we will understand today law of supply. Children, in law of demand you have learned the inverse relationship between whom? Between the price and the quantity demanded of a commodity while other factors remain constant. Here in law of supply you will learn about the positive relationship. There you have learnt in law of demand inverse relationship. Here you will learn the positive relationship between whom? Between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity. Other factors we will keep the constant. That means there will be no change in the other factors. Look at the definition. The law of supply shows the relationship between price and quantity supplied of a commodity. When all other determinants of supply remain constant. Determinants means the factors which I have discussed in the last session. Please go through it. So except the own price of the commodity, other factors will remain constant. That means price only affect the supply. So if price increases, supply also increases. If price falls, supply also falls. So there is a positive relationship between the price and the quantity supplied. So it means positive relation means that one increases, other will also increase. One falls, other will also fall. Clear, children? This line you have to write it down with all other factors. That means other factors except the own price of the commodity will keep constant. That means there will be no change in the other factors because own price of the commodity affects the supply here. So this is the law of supply, shows the positive relationship. Clear, children? Assumptions are there which the law of supply is based on. First assumption is the prices of the related goods should not be changed. There should be no change in the factors of production, no change in the technology, no change in the taxation policy, and goal of the firm will also not change. So these factors will remain constant except the own price. Now children, when in the board exam, question might ask discuss the law of supply. So you have to discuss this table and this diagram. So this table, first of all, you will write this table depicts the relationship between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity. That means when price increases, quantity supplied increases. When price falls, quantity supplied falls. That means when price rises from 100 to 200, quantity supplied also increases from 500 to 3500. So there shows a positive relationship between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity. Clear, children? This you will mention. Coming to the diagram, here you will write that discuss the diagram also. Here I have taken on the x-axis quantity supplied and y-axis I have taken the price. So I can see that when price was OP, quantity supplied was OQ. Clear? That means initial price was OP, initial quantity supplied was OQ. Now when price rises, we all know that when price rises, quantity supplied also increases. So price rises to OP1, quantity supplied increases from OQ to OQ1. So I can see that there is an upward sloping curve which shows the positive relationship between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity. So this you have to discuss in the paper. Now children, we will discuss exceptions to the law of supply. Exceptions means the law of supply does not operate in that situation. Law of supply states that when prices are high, supply is also high. That means when prices are increasing, supply will also increase. When prices are decreasing, supply will also decrease. So this is the law of supply states that. But there are certain cases where law of supply does not hold. That means when prices are high, supply is less. Let's see, the first situation is the agricultural goods. Agricultural goods are those goods where law of supply does not operate. That means it depends. Agricultural good depends on the natural factors. They do not depend on the manpower or any farmer. Why? Because suppose for example, I am a farmer. I am producing wheat. Clear? Now suppose natural calamities like flood has occurred. At that situation, my all wheats has spoiled. All wheats has been destroyed because of the flood. So what I will do? Supply is less. There is no supply of the wheat. So supply will be less. But there are many people who wants the wheat. That is the food grain. So many people wants that. So at that situation, even at the higher prices, supply is less of the agricultural goods. Clear, children? Because agricultural goods depend on the natural factors. If there is no rainfall, sometimes there is no rainfall, so crops are destroyed of the farmer, so there is a less production of the crops. So when there is less supply, price will be high. Clear? Second is the perishable goods. Perishable goods are those goods which do not stay for a longer time. That means sellers want to sell even at the lower prices like milk, fruits, vegetables. So fruits, you know that they cannot be stay for a longer time. So what sellers think that they should clear their stock even at the lower prices. So just prices are low and supply is more of the perishable goods. Why? Because perishable goods, if keep for a longer time, it might be spoiled or decay. For that reason, sellers want to sell even at the lower price. So supply is more and price is less. Third is the social distinction, also known as article of distinction or the Veblen effect. Let's understand with the help of the example. Diamond is the more good example, or Mona Lisa painting you can say. So these are the rare articles. So what happens? Diamond we used to wear. Who used to wear? Those who want to do the show off. So diamond is the rare article. So when prices are high of the diamond, but still the supply is limited. So when supply is limited, law of supply does not operate here. So these are the points of the exceptions to the law of supply. That means prices are high of the diamond, but still the supply is limited. So here the law of supply does not operate. So these are the exceptions to the law of supply. I hope it is clear to you all, children. Now children, we will discuss the reasons behind law of supply. So what are the reasons behind the law of supply? Law of supply states that when price increases, supply also increases. Why this is happening? And when price falls, supply also falls. So what are the reasons behind the positive relationship between price and supply? That when price increases, supply also increases and vice versa. So the first reason we will understand is the profit motive. Now, we all know that the basic aim of the producer is what? The basic aim of the producer while supplying a commodity is to secure higher profit, maximum profit. So what happens? Suppose when the price of a marker pen increases, this is the example which I am taking. Suppose the price of the marker pen increases in the market. Now, without any change in the cost of production, that means you have made this marker pen and your cost is same what you have made it. Now, price increased. That means price of the marker pen increases. So that time the profit of the producer also increases because the price is high in the market. So when price is high, profit of the producer will high. So when profit is high, the producer will increase the production. That means supply will be more of the marker pen. And vice versa. When price is low, that time what happened? When price is reducing, so producer will stop reducing the production. That means he will reduce the production. As production is reducing, profit margin is low of the producer, so he is reducing the production and supply will also be less. So this is the first reason, profit motive. Clear children? That means what? When price increases, profit of the producer increases. So supply also increases. And when price falls, profit of the producer also falls because margin is low. Profit margin is low. So that's why supply also falls down. Second is the change in the number of firms. Change in the number of firms, children, what does it mean? That suppose when price of a commodity increases, when price of a commodity increases, many producers, what they think? They just think to enter into the market. That means other producers or sellers just wanted to enter into the market. Why they want to enter into the market? As to earn the higher profit. So that time what happens? Number of firms increases as supply also increases, because number of firms increases, so there will be more supply. Vice versa, when price falls. So when price falls, children, what happen at that time? Many producers want to exit from the market as because they do not want to earn any profit at a low price. So they just exit the firm or they reduce the production. So that time my supply falls down. Clear children? And the number of firms also decreases. Now third is the change in the stock. Now children, for example, I am taking marker pen. So suppose this is the marker pen. I have produced 30 marker pens and I have kept it in the stock. So 30 marker pens is the stock of mine. I have put it in the warehouse. Now out of 30, I thought of displaying 20 marker pens in the market. 20 marker pens I have thought to display in the market. Now children, I saw that price increases. So when price increases of the marker pen, so what I will do? So I just want to release more stock. I will release more supply. I will do more supply of the marker pen. Why? Because price is high. So what I said, when price is high, profit of the producer is high. So that means supply will also be high that time. So profit, because he is earning the more profit. Now vice versa, what happens? That means what? 20 he has sold out, and remaining 10 also he just brought it from the warehouse and sold, and will be selling the marker pen. Why he will be selling the marker pen? Because the price is high, so profit of the producer will also high, so he will supply more. Now suppose vice versa, what happens when price of the marker pen falls down? So that time he will not sell the stock. He will not sell the items. He will not sell. Why? Because the producers do not release. So that time producer will not release the big quantities from their stock. Why? Because they just start increasing their inventories that time. So they start increasing their inventories. That means they start holding their product. They want to keep it in the stock because they think might be the price can be high in the near future. So that time they do not want to release the stock. They just increase their inventories. So that time my supply will be less of the marker pen. So this is the reasons behind the law of supply. Hope it is clear to you all. Please note it down, this one.